Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Um, Good morning, this Good Friday morning. My name is Duro Chide, and this morning I'll be taking you on a section with my colleague, Liti Edits. This morning we'll be taking you through how to use data insights to help you grow your business. You, in this time of business, you need to learn how you can use data and insights to make your business grow. So today's section is in partnership with Renmoney. So Renmoney is a leading company in Lagos that is passionate about making financial inclusion count. Renmoney offers loans, savings, and investment products through their website, mobile app, and branches and contact center here in Nigeria. If you, as we go through this section this morning, if you have any question or you want to make inquiry about the loan services, you want to make inquiry about the products, you want to make inquiry about the investment packages, you can make use of the chat box and you'll be attended to. So, so this morning we have three agenda we'll be looking through. By the time we finish through this section, we're able to understand the right question to ask when analyzing data, along with a knowledge of the best tools to use and the ways they can analyze and understand the data sets. So by the time we are through with today's section, these are the three things you're going to take home with. One, you'll be able to identify and understand the right question to ask. Two, you'll be able also to identify the best tools to use to gain analytic insight. And finally, you'll be able to understand and analyze your data sets. When you know how to ask the right question and you also know how to use the best tools, you're also going to gain knowledge on how to analyze this data when you must have gotten them. So I would like us to just get a little used to our chat box. I would just like us to carry out an exercise immediately. What words would you use to describe your customer? So I would just like us to go to the chat box. The chat box is by the right hand side of your device. I would like you to go on the chat box and type in what words what words you would use to describe your customer. So let's just do that immediately. Go straight to the chat box. So what would you use to describe your customers? For me, Okay, let's keep going. I believe you guys are trying to get used to the chatbots, but if you're having any difficulty, please do let us know. The chatbot is by the right hand side of your device. If you click at the right hand side of your device, you'll see an icon and a chat icon. Just go under there, send a message to everyone. Once you type your message there, your message will be seen by everybody. So let's go ahead. So understand the right question. Let's start. Okay, we'll still make use of the chat box again. I hope you are still getting used to it. But if you're having difficulty, just as I said, just go to the right hand side of your device, look at the chat icon at the top. When you look down, you will see where you have where you see something written down, a little bit fainty. Send a message to everyone. Just type on that box and your message will go live to everyone. So what question do you want to ask your customers? Now remember that we are talking about how you can use data and insight to help grow your business. And we said part of the agenda, the three agenda we'll be treating this morning, one of them is to understand the right question to ask. So what question do you want to ask your customer? So I would like us to chat to go to the chat box again and type the kind of questions you would like to ask your customer. Let's just do that in the next 60 seconds. What questions do you want to ask your customers? So what questions do you want to ask your customer? I'm still waiting for your response. Who is going to be the first person to type on the chat box? Okay, for me, if I would like to ask questions like to ask my customers questions. I would like to know why they prefer to patronize me than others. For my first-time customers, for my existing customers, I would like to know why, if they patronize me for the past time and they did not come again, I would like to know why they are not coming the second time. With that, I will be able to find if there is any services that they are not too comfortable with, which we render to them in the past. And I think these two questions are basically the questions I personally like to ask my customers. So let's move ahead. Now, there are some, to help us ask the right questions, there are some processes we need to put in place to help us ask the right question. We can break these processes down into 4 steps. One, to identify your objective. What is my objective? What is my objective? So number one, We need to identify our objective. Number two, what question do I need to address? What question do I need to address? You need to know the kind of questions you need to address. Where do I get that information from? What do I do with the information? We are going to look closely at what we can do with this information. Let's look at some of the objectives that we can use to create good questions for our business. Good questions that will help us to get good data and insight for our business. Now, here are some of the objectives we can use. Now, if you're creating an objective, these are some of the objectives we recommend that you use. Number one, tell more people about my business. Sell more of my products or services. Number three, identify my most valuable customers. And number four, find new ways to engage with the previous customers. So these should be your objective. This should be the objective you will use. You need to tell more people about your business. You need to sell more of your product and services, to identify more valuable customers, people that have good high purchasing power, and people that are consistent in patronizing you. I need to find a way to engage your previous customers, the customers that have patronized your product or services and the time pass. You need to also find a way to keep them coming back. Now that we have identified some objective, we are asking now that we have identified some of these objectives that we need to create good questions for our customers, what are the questions we need to address? Now, as we've gotten our objective, what are the questions we need to address? We have an objective now. We know our objective. These are the written down objective. We want to get more people to know about our product and services. We want more people to patronize us. We want our existing customers to come back and patronize us again. Now that we've gotten this objective, now what questions do we need to address? Now, the types of questions to ask about our business. So we're going to use an acronym, REAN. REAN. R stand for reach, E stand for engage, A stand for activate, and N stand for nurture. Now, we are going to know who is my target audience and how do I reach them online. You need to know who your target audience are and how to reach them online. Where do my target audience go on the internet? What do they do? Which kind of social media do they like to, do they interact with? What kind of device do they use? You need to know that. Number two, engage. Are they finding what they need? You need to ask yourself, are my customers, when they come online, are they really finding the information they need? Are they getting the relevant information that they need? Number three, A, which stands for activate. Are they booking? Are my customers booking my services? Are they ordering for my products? Are they paying to purchase items from me? And finally, nurture. Are they coming back? Because it's very important that your customer come back after patronizing you. And what makes them to come back is when you must they enjoy your services, your customer care, your way of delivery, and other things surrounding your business. Those are the kind of things that will keep them coming back. What tools can I use to get analytic data and insight? Now, where do I get this information? The information we are talking about, where do I get them? Fine, we'll look at these tools in more detail in the later section. As we move down through the section, we are going to look into these listed tools in more details as we go. But to provide a quick overview of how they help business gain insights, We'll have the social media channels here. We have the organic search, your website, and paid adverts. Now, your social media channels sees the content people engage. From your social media channels, you will know the content users engage with. You can measure views when you post things, number of likes, followers, shares, and Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram have a strong reporting features where you can see the insight and the activity of how users are interacting with your content. Another one is the organic search. The organic search identifies what customers are looking for and align your business with their search. From the organic search, you know what people are searching on online. You know a kind of content people are really looking out for on the internet. And when you know this, it helps you to align your business with their searches. You can create your content based on those things that they are searching that are related and relevant to your business. Another one is your website. Your website identifies which pages have the most view. Now, through your website, you know the page that have the most view. What I mean, the page people interact with more. Through your website, you'll be able to know, okay, people interact with my About Us page more than our services page. I have much bounce off on my services page, but I get to get people interacting more with our About Us page. So with that, you're able to know, okay, is either the content I have on my services page are not really giving the information they need, or the images I have there are not looking creative and wonderful. So with that, you will really it will help you to know why people interact with this page and they don't interact with the other page. And finally, the page search. The page search, how you can help you is how you can market your products to customers using paid channels. Now, on the page search, you will start using things like Google AdSense, where you can place your ad and target people based on their location, demographics, and other things, and they will get to see your products when they do a search on the search Google search console. Okay, finally, now that you have the insights and the analytics data, the next thing is, what do I use it for? I know I have my objective. What questions do I need to address? I know the kind of questions I need to address. I know where to get this information. The next thing is, when I've gotten this information, when I've built my objective, when I've asked the right questions, when I get all this information, what do I do with that information? How do I use this information to make decision for my business? It's very simple. Using your insights, here are some of the ways insight and data can be used. One is a market trend. With a market trend, you can identify the latest market trends and insights. Now, what this do for to purchase and make changes accordingly. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Hope I'm not too fast. Sorry for that little network interruption. Hope I'm not too fast. Okay, now I was talking about the user experience. With the user experience, you understand your customers' paths to purchase and make changes. Now, another thing, the content marketing, there you identify which type of content people engage with. With this, you know if your customers engage more with your graphics, or they engage more with video clips, or they engage more with just a copy, normal copy write-ups. With this, you know, okay, this is really what gives them more interest, and with that, you build your business strategy or online business strategy accordingly. And finally, it helps you to adapt your strategy. So when you know all this, by using your insight, it helps you to adapt your strategy. It helps you to leverage insight to shape your overall strategy. You now know, okay, this is what my clients are looking at. This is the market trend. This is how they negotiate through our website and mobile app. These are the kind of content they're interested in. So with all those information, it helps you to build and leverage on the insight to shape your overall business strategy. So I don't know how, if I'm too fast, but at this point, I would like us to pause a little in the next few minutes so that I'll take your questions so far. So you can ask your question. You can make use of the chat box. Drop your questions on the chat box, and I will attend. I and my colleague Letty Edet will attend to your questions. So let's keep the questions coming. I'm so happy to take your question. Before we move on to the next session, I would like to take a few minutes to answer your questions. Please post your questions on the chat box. Let's keep the questions coming. I hope we are not finding it difficult to negotiate through the chat box at this point. The chat box is by your right. Just type in your question and I'll take immediately. Okay. I don't want to believe that we don't have questions. I don't want to believe that. I don't want to believe that we don't have questions. Please, let's keep our questions coming, please. Okay, I think, okay, identify the best tools to use. Identify the best tools to use. Okay, which analytic tools do you currently use at the moment? Which analytic tools are you using for your business? Can we just type on the chat box the name of the analytic tools you're using at the moment? Sorry? Oh, okay. Oh, got it. So what analytic tools do you currently use? Can we please share it on the chat box? Anybody? Anyone, please? Okay. Sorry? Okay. I thought as much. Okay. So, here are the tools that we can use for to analyze our data. Here we have the online platform that offers great features to get information about our customers. We have the social media. Here we have Twitter, Facebook, hot suits, have the organic search. On the organic search, we can use the search console, Google My Business. For your websites, you can use Google Analytics to uh, to get your data too. And finally, for the paid search, you can make use of Google AdSense. Now, let's talk a bit about the Facebook page insight. With the Facebook page insights, the Facebook page insight can help you find out what people are engaging with your Facebook page and how they are finding you. On this Facebook Insight, you can see things like your activity, your page view, number of likes, number of reach, page engagement, followers, number of people that shared, number of people that made comments. And with that, if you look at the chart here, you will see some charts and a graphical representation of how these activities are being presented through the Facebook page inside. We have the Google Search Console. The Search Console help you to measure your site's search traffic. The traffic means the number of people that have visited your site. With this search console, it helps you to measure the traffic, the number of people that have your site, and it helps you to fix issues, make your site perform well in the Google search result. Because if your site is not up to standard, it's not going to be indexed, and the spider boot, which works under the Google Search Console, may not necessarily get your site when people query with related keywords that are on your search content. and on your website. You also saw it you're on the Google Search Console. Sorry, you can also submit your site maps and individual URL for crawling, for the spider bot to crawl and get your content visible. You can also receive email alert when Google identify issues on your site. If there are some technical issues, your URL, some adjustments that are not giving you good ranking on the search engine, on the search engine, giving you you can also receive a mail from Google, an alert that will tell you, okay, this issue need to be fixed for you to get back to the search engine optimization battle. So the next one is your Google My Business. Now, this Google My Business is a must tool for every business. Any business that's still running without Google My Business is still you're not doing your business a favor. This is one of the platforms that manage your online presence across the Google search and the Google Maps. You can use Google My Business as a tool to manage your online presence across the Google search and the Google Maps. You can use it to create listing which customers can use to engage with your products. You can also market to customers and increase your visibility online. You can leverage the insight on Google My Business, and when you leverage on this insight, you can find out things like how many views your listing had. Monthly, Google have a way of sending you a report of how people visited your website through Google My Business. You'll see people that visited, the number of people that visit through the Google search. You'll see the number of people that visit through the Google Map and the rest of that. The action customer takes on your listing. When customers see your listing, the actions they take, you can also get this insight through Google My Business. And finally, the other interactions customers have made with Google listing business is that when people patronize you, they can also go to your Google My Business and do a review about your business. Now we have the Google Trend. The Google Trend identifies the popularity of a search term in Google and identify whether a trend is on the rise or is declining. Now, what do I mean? With Google Trend, you get to know if a trend is going up or going down based on what people are discussing on the internet at that given period. Now, Google Trend, you can view whether a trend is on the high or the rise. You can also find demographic insight, related topics, and related queries to help you better understand the Google Trend. Google Trend provides access to a largely unfiltered sample of actual search requests made to Google, the actual search requests made to Google. With that, you will see the actual search requests that have been made in Google per second, per minute, and upwards. This allows us to display interest in a particular topic from around the globe and down to our location. So with Google Trend, you can get interest. Okay, this is what people are talking about, this is what is on the high trend, and this is what is relevant to my business. So if people are talking and discussing about this trend and is at this high rise, that means if I build my content around this, there is a possibility of getting a lot of feedback, a lot of engagement, a lot of interaction with my customers, because at this particular moment, this is what people are really talking about. Now, how do you rise above your competition, on the Google Trend? Now, number one, find relevant trend. You use Google Trend to find relevant trending topic. Doing this will help you to clearly whether the search volume is increasing or decreasing. With the Google Trend, you really know find the relevant topic, know whether the topic is increasing or decreasing. This also allows you to see seasonal trends in one clear. You know the seasonal trend, what is trending for a season, what people are talking, what people are discussing about on a season. With this Google Trend also, you can monitor your competitors, yes, you can monitor them and know what they are doing and how you can adjust yourself to get also a better result. Identify steady keyword for SEO. That is, SEO means search engine optimization. With Google Trend, you can identify this and find topics by region. You can find topics by region, topics by continent, Africa, America, Europe, down to Africa, Nigeria, West Africa. You can get topics that are narrowed down to your own region. Now we have the Google Analytics. Now Google Analytics understand what customers do on your website. With Google Analytics, you have a good understanding of what customers are really doing on your website. You get a complete information. You understand your site and app users to better check the performance of your marketing, your content, your products, and more. You get insights only Google can give. Now, the insights you get, you access Google unique insight and machine learning capability to make the most of your data. You're getting a good insight directly from Google through the search engine machine learning capabilities. Sorry, you connect your insights to the result with Google Analytics. Analytics works with Google's advertising and publishing products, so you can use your insights to deliver a good business result. So Google Analytics gives you a bigger view where people are visiting from, the kind of network people are using, the kind of device people are using, the page people are interacting with, the time when people comes and when they leave, the duration they spend in your page, the pages they interact well with. So with this, you're going to get, with Google Analytics, you're going to get the whole activity and understand how your customers are interacting with your website. So we are going to take a deep look at the different features and ways we can use analytics in the next few slides. So let's just look at, let me just take your question before we move into that, because I know by now you must have some questions you need to ask. So I would like to take your questions at this point. If you have questions, I'd like to take your questions before we move ahead, so that we'll move strictly deeply, so that you understand how you can make good use of Google Analytics in making decisions and how you can use it to grow your business. So do we have any question at this point? Do we have any question so far before we move to understand and analyzing your data? Do we have any question before we move into the next and the last section? I did like to take a few questions at this point. Please, if you have any question, can you just go down to the chat box and type in your questions? Okay, I guess we all are following, and I also believe I'm not too fast, and I know you also believe you are enjoying this section. That's why we don't have much questions to ask, because the section is very, very clear to us. So let's quickly move to the next section, understand and analyze your data. Now we started with the right question to ask. We now understand the right questions we need to ask. We've got to the level of how the best tools we need to use Now, when we've asked the right questions and we've used the best tools, the next thing is to understand how to analyze this data we've gotten as a result of the right questions we asked and the best tools we implemented. So we'll start with Google Analytics. In the last section, I told us that we'll look deeply into Google Analytics. And what we have here is the Google Analytics dashboard. Now, if you look at the dashboard, you will see the features, you will see the geographical location. These are the informations you can get with Google Analytics. Popularity over time, you will see their active users, you will see visits, and you can acquire, see how users are coming into your website, the medium they are using. Are they coming through social media, or are they coming through Google search, or are they coming through a blog? Now, how to set up a Google Analytics account. This is very to know how you can set up a Google Analytics account so that you can get information about your customers, how they interact with your website. So how do you do this? We just have a quick 3 steps that will help you get your Google Analytics set up within 60 seconds to 120, 1 minute to 5 minutes. You're good to go with setting it up. So number one, what do? You go to analytics.com.google. Sorry, let me take it again. Analytics.google.com. Now, when you go to analytics.google.com, you choose a name for your account. You name your account. Possibly you can use your business name, you give it a name, you give your account a name, XYZ Services, XYZ Enterprise. The next thing you do, you choose industry category to help you when you're benchmarked against others. To help you when you're benchmarked against others who have tagged the same industry. Example, consumer electronics, marketing, real estate, and the rest of them. Now, once you're done with that, you are almost set. The next thing you need to do is to get a tracking code. Where do you find this tracking code? This tracking code gives connectivity between your website and your Google Analytics account. Without this tracking code, you can't get the activity of the activities that are the activities in your website cannot be recorded. You can't get those reports on your Google Analytics dashboard. So what do? To track your site performance, you will need to add the correct tracking code to each page. Now, on your Google Analytics dashboard, you need to copy your tracking code. Make sure you copy it correctly. It always starts with UA and about 10 to 7 to 10 numbers. I'm not very sure of that. Just copy it and go to direct to your website. When you get to your website, that is if you're using a WordPress website, you will see where you have Google Analytics. You can paste it there. Now, you don't need to bother yourself much. If you're not a techie, you don't have the technical ability to do this, you can also consult talk to your web developer or a web designer. Yeah, they will always know a way around this. Once you get the code, send it to your web developer. He can easily place it on your behalf. And once this connectivity, once this code is placed on your website, you will start getting immediate feedback from your website. Now you have various types of reports that comes in. You have your real-time reports and the report that start rolling off in the next 24 hours. During the time of connectivity, you can get the real-time report, but for a more robust report that will give you more information and concrete information, it will need to start coming in the next 24 hours. So you need to understand the 4 main areas of reporting from your Google Analytics and the activities, reporting from the activities on your website on your Google Analytics dashboard. All of Google Analytics reports are grouped into these 4 main areas to help us answer the question that we mentioned before. You will see these areas on the navigation menu when you go to your dashboard. On the navigation menu by your left hand side at your screen, home screen, this part of the screen, you will see the menu, and you will see the audience, acquisition, behavior, and conversion. Now, for the audience, what are you getting for the audience? Who are they? The audience is telling you who these people are, who your customers are. Is giving you the identity information about your customer, your audience. Who are your audience? Where are they coming? Male, female, and the rest of them. Number 2 is the acquisition. How did they find me? How do these people get to your website? Which medium? Did they come through the social media? Did they come through? Did they just type in your URL on the browser and they get to your website? Did they come through maybe a link that was shared on WhatsApp, or did they come through a blog? You get this information under acquisition. Behavior. What do they do on my website? Now, you also get the behavior of your users. What did they do when they come to my website? What are these people looking for? What are they doing? What are the activity like? You will also get this report. And finally, conversion. Have they completed the goals I want to track? There is always a goal. You have an objective. You have a goal. This is what I want to achieve from this. Now, this conversion tells you what are the wants of your audience to me. Have they completed the goal? What are my goals? I want these people to subscribe for my book. I want these people to buy my products. I want these people to subscribe for my services. Now, did they really do this, or did they just visit and they bounce off? So these are the 4 main areas of reporting that you will get on Google Analytics for conversion to work. Now, you also need to know, for your conversion to work, your goals have to be set up to track specific actions. For your conversion to work, I'm taking it again, for your conversion to work, your goals have to be set to track specific actions. Once you have mastered the basic, is not so difficult to track version. Google will then use that data and show you series of reports based on the activity. Google will now show you series of reports. And data in Google Analytics, this is how it looks. You have the dimension and the metrics. Now, the dimension talks about the channel and Google search. If you look at, you see you have Google search. These are the people are getting in, and the number now, okay, it's telling you these are the number of people that are coming through each of these channels. These are the number of people that came through Google search. These are the number of people that came through this other media, and is the list continue like that. So now we mentioned the using of REN at our previous section, where we said arrow stand for reach, E stand for engage, A stand for activation, and N stand for nature. So this REN concepts and tips to practice REN. Now, let's talk how we can use it to ask, how we can use REN to ask the right question and know what to do with the information. Now let's start with reach. How are people finding you online? How are people finding you online? Here you need to identify the search terms are driving the organic traffic on your website. 2, look to improve links from your social media platform. Develop relationship between referral website to drive more traffic to your site. These are the things you need to put in place For engagement, what are people engaging with when they find me online? When people find me online, what exactly are they engaging with? Now you learn which page are not giving any views. From the engagement, when you ask yourself this question, what are people engaging with when they find me online? Now with this question, you're able to learn which page are not getting any view. Now the pages that are not getting any view, from this question you're able to identify those pages. With this question you can discover what is really engaging to your visitors. With this question you know, okay, this is really what my visitors are interested in. These are the kind of content they really want to see. These are the kind of creative they really want to see. This question helps you to get that. For example, you could discover that you lose a lot of people at the payment page. This page might be when you discover that you lose much people, when they get to the payment page, they bounce off. With this, you may discover that, okay, maybe my payment page is complex. So what do I need to do? You need to go back to your developer and make your payment page to be more simple. Another thing, maybe your payment page doesn't have variety of mode of payment. Maybe you have only 2 mode of payment, and the guy that is trying to make payment doesn't have access to those kind mode of payment. So with this information, you can adjust and make it simpler and interactive for your visitors. Activate. What channel is driving the most booking? What channel is driving the most booking? Here, you can identify which referring site drives conversion. For referring sites bringing good quality traffic, can you develop a partnership with them? Now, when you discover that, okay, I'm getting more traffic coming from this particular site. If you discover that, okay, this particular social media is giving me a lot of visitors. So what do you need to do? You need to go to that social media and develop a kind of partnership with them. Partnership in the base of placing paid ads, so that you can run ads on the platform and get more visitors to visit your platform. Look out for unperforming referring sites and consider reviewing your partnership. If you discover that this particular channel, I'm not getting much traction from it, you need to go and review your partnership with them and say, okay, I'm not getting what I need here. I may need to reduce my ad budget on this platform and increase my ad budget on the other platform that is giving me more visitors. Finally, nurture. Are your customers happy to leave a review? When your customer finish visiting your platform, your website, are they happy to leave a review? At this point, you get a genuine feedback from people who know that who have bought your product in the time past. You respond to all review, both good and bad. Mind you, you will have people that will give you good reviews, you have people that will give you bad reviews. You need to respond both to the good ones and the bad ones. You don't respond to the good ones and neglect the bad ones. No, that is not a cool one. You need to respond to both. You try different ways to encourage purchasers to leave a review. You need to have a way to encourage your customers, your visitors, to leave a review for you. It is very, very important. When you keep reviews, people tend to say, okay, this person said this about this product, this person said this. It kind of boosts confidence between the new customers, based on what the existing customers have written about your product. Now, Google Trend, this is the Google Trend home page. The Google Trend homepage helps you to explore what the world is searching for by entering a keyword or a topic. Now, when you enter a keyword or a topic on the search bar and click explore, it helps you to see what the world is searching on. It helps you to see stories, it helps you to see news, it helps you to see daily search trends, yearly search trends, monthly search trends. When you want to find out what people search in 2018, 2019, 2020, moreover in 2020, if you start doing those kind of searches to know what people search more in this year 2020, you and I know one thing that will come up the COVID-19, because it was a really subject and topic of discussion all through 2020. So the Google Trend help you to see these trending searches. The trending searches page shows trending search around the world. You can click on a story to get more context, like the most relevant article or trending queries. These are the kind of information you can get with Google Trend. With Google Trend, you can also compare, what is happening, this product and this product, this service and this service, this topic and this topic, compare and see which of the topic is more is more will I say have more search reports. You can get a topic that gets more search report and compare it with another. You can compare your product with other product and see the one that is getting more search report and is more relevant online. You can get daily search trends. You can, just as I said, you can get real-time search trend, what is happening immediately as people are searching, highlight of search that jumped up, that jumped significant traffic among the recent search. You can get all this information through your Google Trend. Now, promote your business around seasonal trends. Seasonal trends allow your business to stay relevant and competitive. You need to know this, it's very key. Seasonal trends are very, very good trends for business. Throughout the year, your business will experience peaks and dips that will impact your revenue. Now you need to use trends to identify seasonal product demands, adjust your offerings according to supply and demand, and also create content about current trends. When you know the seasonal trend, it will help you to create content about the current trend. Now the seasonal trend within this period is Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and the other holidays that will still pop up. So you need to learn how to build your content around this seasonal trend, what people are talking about, what the season is offering. It helps you also to stay relevant online, and it helps you also to keep your customers, your clients glued to your system. Seasonal trend allow your business to stay relevant and competitive. I've said that before. Throughout the year, your business will experience a lot of peak and drop, but when you have the seasonal trend, it helps you to stay very, very relevant. Women jackets can see a rise of the need in winter months and low in summer, and with this you can adjust your demand. Just here in Nigeria, Lagos, when it's raining season, there are some part of demand both in footwears, and some other things. Those things get are more in demand than when is the dry season and the rainy season. Now use Google Trend for keyword research. Keyword research is another thing you need to do to help you build good content and create good content and create good and keyword search. Will also help you to create good content for your product and stay relevant online. Google Trend shows which search and keywords are trending. Now with Google Trend, you know the keywords that are trending. What keywords are what people are using, the key letters people are using to do search on the Google Trend. So Google Trend on the Google console, Now Google Trend shows you which search and keywords are trending. So with Google Trend, you know what people are searching with, the keywords people are searching with. And with this, it helps you to identify other potential keywords. With Google Trend, you can identify other potential key tags, name your product category according to the popular keyword. You can name your potential product, your services. You can tag them to these keywords, these popular keywords, so that when people are searching with those popular keywords, your product also pops up on the search results. It also helps you to optimize your posts according to the trending keywords. You need to optimize your posts How do you optimize it? When you know the useful keywords, the trending keywords, it helps you to infuse those keywords on your content and helps you to optimize your post according, so that the trending keywords will be visible on your post. Four, I've not been too, I've not jam-packed you with too much terminology. I would just like to pause at this moment and take your questions. I really need to take your questions, because when I get your questions, I'll know how far we've gone. I'll know what issues you're having, and I and my colleague here, Edith Leti, can help you to answer those questions and bring solution to those challenges and support also to those challenges you had. So let me take your question. Please, 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 your question is very important. We need to get your questions and your feedback at this moment. So you can use the chat box immediately and drop your question before we move ahead. Please, let's drop our questions, please. Have 2 minutes to take your question, please. Okay. Any question? Letty, I hope you're ready to take these questions with me. Letty. Okay. Okay. In the absence of any questions at the moment, I think we need to move to the next section, but I still wish you send in your questions so that we can give you the support you need. When the absence of that, let's move. What are your next steps? Because I know that you have, you need to digest the section, you need to take out your time and read through and do some other research on your own. So what are your next steps now? One of the advice I would like to encourage you to follow our link here. I'd like you to follow our link. If you look up, you will see learndigital.withgogo.com/digital skills/courses. If you go click on the link you will get to know more and more about the digital skills. You will learn more about how to grow your business. You will learn more how to use data, use and insight to help your business. You will learn so many soft skills that will help you build your business to that global brand that you've always wanted your business to be. So I'm encouraging you to attend this, to click on this link. You can copy it down. I know Letty must have dropped the link with you on the chat box. You can copy the link from the chat box. Learn digital.withgogo.com/digital skills/courses. Now just copy the link, post it and put it on your URL, and you can get started. Today's section is just the beginning. What one thing we do or take the following section. Today's section is just the beginning. With this link, you can you can learn more things that will help you grow your business. So please just go to the chat box. You will see the link there, and the link is there. Let me call it one more time: learndigitalwithgoogle.com/digital skills slash courses. Please, courses, not course. Okay. Finally, thank you all for coming for today. We really appreciate spending these early hours of Friday morning with you. If you would like to hear more about our upcoming section, as well as digital tips and tricks, you can follow us on our social media platforms. On Twitter, you can follow us at Digital Skills AF. Digital Skills AF. On Facebook, you can follow us at Digital Skills for Africa. And on Instagram, you can also follow us Digital Skills AF. So do well to follow us on these platforms. If you have any question, if you have anything you want to know, you need support on how to optimize your business online, how to build your business online, how to go about using Google My Business and other stuffs, that will help your business thrive online. You can send in your questions through this social media platform. I assure you, we'll really get back to you and give you the support you need. So I'm very happy to be your facilitator this morning. I'm very happy having you spend these few minutes of the day with me. On behalf of myself, Duru Chidi, and my colleague that's helped out this morning, Zoe and Letty, we say thank you very much for being with us this morning. We'll look forward to have other sections with you. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.